Well, it's fall. Putting all the yard stuff away. I think we have one more week of nice weather before it's no longer like in the high 70s or even low 70s in the day. This is a lovely wooden house, place I used to work at. My boss had a guy at work who made these, make one for me. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. He was retired and he did this by hand. So you can see there, he had it was for my birthday. I don't know if you can see that. You can't. Well, anyway, it's my name and my birth date. But unfortunately, we have a problem. We have like a hornet or wasp's nest beginning in there, so we've got to deal with that. Yeah. At least it's small. All the beautiful leaves. So colorful. Soon I'll be covered with fucking snow. My raspberry bushes. This was my smaller bunch of them. But I did get a lot of raspberries this year. Saved me a lot of money because to buy just a small bag of frozen raspberries is like $7 here in Canada. In my area, which is insane. So the amount of raspberries that I harvested was probably equal to 20 times that amount, at least. How to fill up the bird feeders. Yep. Favorite maple tree. Well, it's my only maple tree, but my mom and dad brought the little seedling to me, I don't know, 15 years ago. It came from the backyard of my late grandparents. I think my grandmother was still alive. From a little tiny town in southwestern Manitoba called Roblin, Manitoba. And maybe a couple months before my dad was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer, I think it was in June of 2023, I noticed this big crack in the trunk, which can happen to this tree. I guess it can happen to really any tree here in the prairies of Western Canada, just because we get a lot of nice weather and then it freezes, and nice weather and then it freezes. It can cause the trunks of trees to vertically split like this. And of course I didn't want to have the big branch go off into the neighbor's tree, or I mean, you'll have to deal with it. It would have cost $1,000 to have an arborist come and do what's called bracing and girdling it. So my dad, who is so handy, could fix everything. He put these large bolts through the trunk of the tree. And my neighbor's husband helped him. We didn't know yet he had cancer. He was diagnosed a month later. But he put these huge bolts on either side of the tree to hold the two halves of the crack together, and then eventually the tree just, where the crack is, it just grows in together and it becomes solid, like one piece again. And then he put these come-alongs in between the big branches just to prevent the wind from ever catching one of the big branches and splitting it. Just for more stability, because I was just always so afraid since that time that the wind would pull the tree over into the neighbor's yard. That would suck. So my dad's handiwork is in this tree. It's one of the last things my dad ever did at my house. I'm so thankful. There's a dead branch up there that's driving me nuts. I have to get it down. I'm gonna get you, motherfucker. Come on. Come to mama. Come to mama. There we go. There we go. All right, into the compost bin you go. These are the trees that gave me so many raspberries this summer. So many, so many. An extra large Ziploc freezer bag. This one that I planted around my ornamental crabapple tree. Just because, well, you know, you might as well use the real estate you have. And then these ones here. Yeah. There's my lilac bush. I had to trim it a little. My blue spruce. It's so pretty. It is so pretty. Got everything around my shed all cleaned up. Put away for the winter. For the winter time. Fill up the bird feeders. I'm just kind of puttering around in the yard, emptying my flower pots and stuff. The neighbor was kind enough to get a lot of the leaves out of my yard with his, what do you call those things? You know, the leaf blower? Last night, and then he mowed the lawn to mulch all the leaves, so I don't have a lot of leaves left. But I'm just hosing things off and moving things around and cleaning things up and getting ready for the freaking winter. It's so sad. Summer doesn't last long. It just doesn't last long at all. All my gardening stuff here, my flower pots and stuff that I had out. Bring everything inside the garage. I still have a phlox. Poor little thing is still going to flower. Hopefully you'll get to do that before the frost gets it. We still have some clematis flowers that are still blooming. God love them. Time for my gnomes to go inside for the winter. These are like vintage. I have a set of 5 of them. I'm sure some of you have seen them. I've shown them over the years. I paint them every couple of years. I clean them up and then repaint them. They're so cute. They're so cute. And I still have flowers blooming, believe it or not. This is a gerbera daisy that my mom gave me last summer. And I had it growing outside in this pot, and then I brought it in over the winter, kept it alive barely. It had only 2 leaves left, and then in the spring, when it was warm enough, I put it back outside. This is its second crop of flowers. Poor little thing. And then this is a straw flower. It's growing like crazy. I think it just really loves the sun. I had it in my back deck, but there just wasn't enough sun there for it. And these are some wild pansies that I found growing kind of underneath my deck a few weeks ago. So I just stuck them in this pot, dug them up, stuck them in the pot just to see if they'd grow, because I love pansies. And yeah, I'm quite loving this pot. I'm gonna bring this in over the winter and just see how long I can keep everything growing, because I never like to waste a good flower. And then this summer, these shrubs, they were tiny little shrubs I bought years ago at Home Depot. I don't know, 12 years ago, they were just called a shrub. Didn't even say the name of them, but we've since found the name of them. It's viburnum. Well, let's just say they're a lot taller than a shrub. But they just got so bushy that this year I just took some pruning shears and just pruned the crap out of them just to thin them out. They were getting like completely unruly. Is where I keep my bird seed. From learning the hard way that the squirrels can chew holes in any kind of outdoor Rubbermaid tote. They'll chew the shit out of it. They'll chew a hole in the lid, and then all of your bird seed will get wet and then go moldy. So I have to use this garbage can, galvanized, and I have to scooch it under the siding because they will find a way to still get the lid off. I used to have a bungee cord that I would bungee cord across it, loop it through the handle, and then tie it to the handles. But they learned how to chew through the bungee cord. I have smart skunks. I mean, squirrels. I'm getting low on bird seed. I'm much more in the garage. Yeah, I'm gonna fill up the feeders right now. Gotta fill up this suet holder. It holds lots of suet for the birds. Gotta bring the patio cushions in soon and then put the covers on the furniture. stations are full for today. For today anyway.